Hey, what's up everyone? I just want to take a quick moment to set the table for the video that you're about to check out. Basically, it was a Saturday evening in Las Vegas. The kids were staying the night with my mom, as they frequently do on Saturday evenings. And earlier that day, I had purchased tickets for my wife and I to see Shin Lim's show Limitless at the Mirage. About an hour and a half, 2 hours before we were going to leave for the show, Jessica says to me, why don't you pack a bag just in case? Maybe we can get a room for a good deal. Maybe if we talk to the people at the Mirage and they know that we were at the show, maybe they'll have an extra room available for cheap or something. And can't hurt. Maybe, and if we did, we could make a video out of it. I was like, all right, that sounds cool. Packed a bag, went and saw the show, loved it. Ended up making a video of that. If you haven't seen our video about Shin Lim's Limitless, I will link to it. But definitely worth checking out. We really enjoyed that. And then ended up going to the hotel desk afterwards. Talked to a couple really nice guys there. We were talking about the show, and they looked for a room, but they were like, look, honestly, this is a very busy weekend. There was UFC, there was NASCAR going on, a couple other things, I think college basketball. So they're like, the best that we can do is a second floor room for $399, and that doesn't even include any of the fees or taxes. So it was like, yeah, we can't really do that. Ended up walking around a little bit, and then I got on the phone. I called Rio just kind of last minute just to see what they could offer us. And Rio at first kind of got me on the hook because I think they said something like $159 or $169 for the room. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad, especially after hearing $399 plus taxes and fees. But then, of course, they add on their own taxes and fees. And before you know it, out the door, I think it was $259 for a room at the Rio last minute Saturday night. You're there for like 11 hours. So is it worth it? I don't know. There are cheaper nights. Obviously, Saturday's going to be like the worst one. But it was fun. It was like the first time we've ever gotten a hotel room in Vegas. We've been coming here for 15 years before living here, but never even needed to because family and friends. So it was like overdue, and got to make a video out of it. Kind of enjoyed that. Would I go back? I don't know. That there's a lot of competition in this town. There's a lot of other places to stay, but let us know what you think. Was it worth it? I mean, in our case, it was a fun night. The show was great. It just felt like the right time to go and do that and make a video out of it as well. But let me know what you think. Did we get ripped off? I don't know. Seems like it was okay for a Saturday. So anyway, enjoy the video. Here's some footage, and then later on after the footage, Jessica and I do a breakdown from the room in the Rio about our experience at the Rio. So you'll get both perspectives there. All right, thanks. If you're getting any enjoyment or liking the video, liking the content, hit the like button for us, subscribe to our channel. We're just gonna keep going. More videos are coming. All right, cool, thanks.
Welcome to Vegas Showbiz. We hope you enjoy this visit to the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino for a random Saturday night and Sunday morning in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Mike Pellegrini, Jessica Pellegrini. It's the morning after our stay at the Rio. We're getting ready to check out this morning, and we wanted to do a little bit of a recap about our experience. Got a lot to say. It was kind of an impromptu evening. The original plan for last night was to go out and catch a show, which we did, and that's going to be coming up in a video of its own. But Jessica had the idea when we were getting ready, what if we got a room last night? You know, we've been wanting to do a hotel review. That's something we've been talking about. And we were already going to be out, and we just thought, let's pack a bag. We got nothing to lose. You know, worst case scenario, we'll just come back home. So we brought our stuff. The original plan was maybe we could get a room at the Mirage because that's where we were to see the Shin Lim Limitless show. We talked to some guys at the front desk who were super cool. We enjoyed the conversation, but unfortunately, the room rate was too high. It was $399 plus fees. As they mentioned, it was quite a busy weekend for Las Vegas. You've got UFC, NASCAR, and college basketball all in town this weekend. So it was kind of a busy night to just be looking for a room randomly. But we walked around a little bit, checked out a couple other spots, and then I just decided to call Rio, just thinking, you know, maybe off the strip, maybe, you know, we could find something. And at first, when they mentioned room prices, it was below $200, and I was like, ooh, okay, cool. But then, of course, they tack on the resort fee, which is my number one complaint, by the way, about this experience. $40 for a resort fee when we're here for less than 12 hours and everything related to the resort is closed. You know, it's not like you can even go to the pool or anything like that. So some of these fees that they tack on are my biggest complaint, but we'll get more into that stuff. Anyway, fun night. We ended up at the Rio. We explored. Found a way to get some food, although it wasn't quite as easy as they made it sound like it was. We'll talk about the room here. I want to hand it over. Let's see what Jessica thought about the room and the experience at the Rio.
So the room is comfortable. I will say, I'll start with that because I slept really well. Couch here is quite nice, but it's old. It's dated. It's not as nice as some of the other hotels that we've stayed in the past at the same price point. So I guess I would say I'm sort of 50-50. I enjoyed my stay, I was comfortable, but my preference probably would have been to have something a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I will say it's one of the biggest hotel rooms I've ever.
It's definitely big.
It's
I
a large
would agree
room.
with that. And the bathroom size,
Mm-hmm.
giant counter. I really would appreciate that if we were here for a weekend, getting ready, all that extra space in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And the vanity is separate from the shower toilet, which is really nice when you're sharing a room getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's comfortable. Again, it's comfortable. It's spacious and comfortable.
I mean, your exact words, I believe, when you got out of bed this morning was, "That's the best I've slept in 10 years." I believe those are the exact
I did
words.
say that.
Yeah.
I did. It was the bed, I'm picky about beds, and I don't sleep well ever, and the bed was delightful.
Well, no kids, blackout curtains, you know, no cats, nothing, so there was no disruption.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't discourage somebody from staying here,
Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't probably be on the top of my list. I don't know. I'm a little torn.
A couple other thoughts. There's a beautiful glass elevator on the outside of the building. I tried to go shoot that this morning, and unfortunately that was a no-go. It's open on Friday night and Saturday night, which we were here on a Saturday night, but just didn't know it, unfortunately. That heads to their steakhouse. So if you want to do that glass elevator, you'd be going to the steakhouse, and you'd be doing that Friday or Saturday night. Another thing, we've been walking around. There's a total shift in like how nice it is, basically. I don't know how else to put it, but you're kind of downstairs in like the main casino area of the Rio. It's fine, it is what it is. And then you're walking over towards their convention area. You're kind of heading by like where the Hash House A-Go-Go restaurant is. And things get nicer. And then all of a sudden there's this Palazzo Suites entrance that's almost like hidden away. You walk outside the back door there and you can see the Palazzo Suites. They're beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean,
They do look beautiful.
that would have been money. So I would definitely say if you're looking to stay here and want a step up in your experience, the Palazzo Suites are what you'd be going for. It seems to me like the clientele that comes here is somebody that's part of like the Caesars ecosystem. They've got the Caesars rewards and all that stuff. You know, they could be staying somewhere on the strip, but Caesars Palace or Cosmo is going to be a higher price point than this. Harrah's, maybe comparable. I was going to say it's becoming Horseshoe. Bally's, it's currently Bally's. It's becoming Horseshoe, that's another Caesars property that's comparable, but this is probably a bigger room than those are. You're off the strip, so that's the trade-off. Nothing's really walking distance here, but it does sort of have everything, assuming everything's open.
That's kind of another thing that played into my factor of that I'm 50-50. When we called last night, it was after a show. We hadn't had dinner, so we were concerned about food. And on the phone, they told us that there were 3 restaurants. 3 restaurants open. Great. We can always find something if there's 3 restaurants open. When we checked in, again, he confirmed there are 3 restaurants currently open. So we took our stuff upstairs, took our time because we were under the impression we had over an hour. And when we went to our first choice in restaurant, 40 minutes before they were supposed to close, they were closed. And quite honestly,
Kind of rude about it too.
Went a little downhill for me at that point because I was pretty hungry and I was starting to crash. And we had been working towards getting to this restaurant. And he just goes, no, we're done. And I don't know.
Yeah, they said All American Bar and Grill is open till midnight. We show up at 11:15-ish, 11:20 at the latest.
11:20, yeah.
And they're like, we're closed.
Yeah, and at that point, I did get kind of discouraged. Like, well, I don't like this place. I'm hungry. You told me that there was going to be food, and there isn't. Right. We did find some good pizza. It was good pizza.
It was good pizza.
And some French fries. So was it the meal of choice? No, but it was tasty and,
Sports Deli, I think it's called. It's right next to the sports book downstairs.
Yeah, sort of cafeteria style, but the food was surprisingly good.
I would like to eat at Guy Fieri's taco restaurant downstairs. I checked out the menu. It looks pretty good. Hash House is always good for brunch, so those are good options. It's open right now. I think, they mentioned the steakhouse. That's obviously more of an evening place. I also noticed there was a pho restaurant.
And a Korean barbecue place.
Oh, right, yeah, Korean
Which
barbecue.
smelled delightful last night, but it was closing right when we got here.
Yeah. So a lot of options. I mean, it's definitely the kind of place where you could travel here and really just stay here at the Rio, if you have any particular reason to. I mean, you don't have to go to the Strip. I'm sure they offer some form of shuttle service because it's a Caesars property, and Caesars is heavily concentrated on the Strip, so there's got to be something like that available. Otherwise, if you were to Uber it or whatever, it's a very short drive. One other pro tip, I mean, I'm sure you pay for this, but if you stay on the eastern facing side of the Rio and you're looking at the Strip, that view is unbelievable. I mean, we saw it from the parking garage last night, just coming up and looking from the 4th floor, but you're staring at the entire landscape of the Strip. It's nothing but lights, and there's an entire side of the Rio that faces that way. So that would be, if you're going to stay in the Rio and not the Palazzo Suites, that's probably the next best place to be, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Cool. Anything else?
I don't think so. All in all, we had a fun night.
Yeah, I mean,
glad we did it.
We've been coming to Vegas for 15 years, and this is our first time getting a hotel room in Las Vegas, and that's insane. But we've always had family and friends here. It's never been necessary. But finally, it was just like, let's make this happen tonight. So I'm glad we did, and we've got something to share for the YouTube channel. Cool. All right, well, thank you. If you like what you're seeing, please give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to our channel. More stuff is coming soon. All right, we'll see you then. Thank you.